So the first key of ritual magic is the key of altered state of consciousness, the alpha state. So the alpha state is the state of wakeful relaxation that is associated with a decrease of beta waves and an increase of alpha waves. And alpha brain waves are slower and they have a higher amplitude. And the brainwave frequency ranges from 9 to 14 hertz per cycle or per second in the alpha state, right? So it's low. So Stephanie, why don't you tell us what is that? This is the technical stuff. Tell us what it means.
Right. Okay. So for a practitioner, an alpha state would be a powerful state. It would be when you feel your most powerful. I personally like to use environment. And this is something that you should do for yourself to make your psyche understand, okay, we do all these things. That's why it's ritual, right? It's why we repeat. And so I like to use music, incense, all kinds of different things to get myself into that state. But mostly I sit down, I smoke a joint, I put on music, I meditate, and I get into my most powerful feeling self.
Right. Okay. So this is, so scientifically speaking, right? Like this is the ideal mental state known as relaxed alertness, right? And it's characterized by being fully aware and focused, yet effortlessly calm in your mind. Like you have an intention, and that's what you're focused on. You're calm, you're clear, and this is achieved when the alpha waves are dominant over the beta waves. And so there's only two mental states while we're awake, guys, and that's alpha and beta. So most of the times we're in beta, right? So this is the one we want to be more relaxed and calm and centered. That's why people say get grounded or centered, right?
Right.
So yeah, so Stephanie, like you were just talking about this. So how do you achieve it? Here are some steps, right? So why don't you talk about some of these that are listed here?
Okay. This is why it's so important for a practitioner to have an altar space, because it signifies a special place in the world that is yours, that represents who you are in every dimension. And so it's very important to have a special space for this. And this is where you would come to ritual. And so it's getting your energetic imprint. And there's things you can use to signify to yourself and to your psyche, okay, we're about to start. Maybe lighting some incense, maybe lighting a candle, or both, putting on a certain playlist.
Right.
That that maybe builds up in drumming or whatever it is for you that you like to put on, or even healing frequencies or solfeggio frequencies or anything like that. White noise might help. What do you think, Anna?
So binaural beats is like one of those kinds that is proven to get you there faster, right? And there's tons of them on YouTube that you can find. Just type in binaural beats or meditation music, right? The other thing you can do too, I think, is outside. So, okay, if you're going to do ritual, first of all, if you have kids, you definitely want to make sure that they're asleep or they're not going to bother you, right? While children are not like disruptive of magic, it's your focus that you should be concerned about, not like whether or not they're coming in and out of a space, right? Right, because kids don't have to have a door cut for them, to enter and out. Like they don't have to have that stuff. They're just in and out because they're your kids, right? But you want to make sure that your phone's off, like the basics. Like make sure you're not going to be disturbed, because the idea is to gain a sense of like clear focus. And if you have people coming in and out, or your phone going off, or alarms, or messenger beeps on your computer, that's going to break your focus. You've already failed before you've begun, right? So so you need to make sure that you're completely isolated. No one's going to bother you. You don't have anything pressing that you're thinking about, like you've already made dinner, you know what I mean? Like none of that stuff, none of the worries of the day. And you get comfortable. So however that is for you.
And I agree with the phone off, or at least ringer off.